All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she be down the ride, oh, I bet that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Is everybody clean? And is everybody crisp? Is everybody irie? Irie. Woohoo! Let's talk. Hey, I appreciate you guys still chiming in, sending me that informaciones to El Jefe. I said I didn't know what was going on. I said I wanted some pieces of the puzzle, and somebody, lo and behold, sent me the email, sent me some more pieces of the puzzle. So if you stick around to the end, or you can scroll to the end, but you won't understand what the hell's about. These are an updated list of the facilities nationwide that will be changing. Now, it's interesting to me because initially it says facilities are listed in alphabetical by city. So on the top it says the name of the facility, the city that it's located in, the state, digit, 5-digit zip code, and the facility that's gaining the other one. So if you have a major facility in such and such Texas, and it's 10 miles from another place in such and such Texas, well, this one may be closing and this bigger one may be gaining that facility. I'm sorry I gotta break this down for those that actually understand it, but there are people that don't understand. So don't act like I'm dragging this out. And does it say the dates, Jay? No, it doesn't say the dates. And next to it, it says the status, whether or not, so it goes through all of them. And it'll tell you whether or not it was proved or disapproved or if it's in a study. So basically, it'll also say the consolidation type. So it may take some stuff from one place and then bring it over to the other place. And it has some comments on the end. I can't do this whole thing in a very slow motion. So, I do have it and you guys just will read it for yourself. Pause the video, look for your facility because it's 16 pages. Jay, post the link in it. No, it's a PDF file. I ain't got no time to be, it ain't gonna work. Tried it already. You're just gonna have to watch. Patience. How about that? But let's talk about this for a second. I'm happy that people actually pass this information on to me and somebody goes, we don't need information. Look, my thing here is to share information. When I get information, the information I share cannot be disputed. My opinion can. You understand? See, I can have an opinion about anything. You guys can have an opinion about anything. And we can agree to disagree when it comes to opinions. But when you share information, it is what it is. So there's no disputing information. You can determine or decipher what information it is and how it affects you on your own. Just some people are like, what does that mean for me? Honestly, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what it means for me. All right. But when it comes to the post office and our future, I don't see negativity. I see a disruption. I do. I see a major disruption in our everyday lives because people are not accustomed to change. People like the instant gratification. They want to know right now. They need to know. You know how I know this? Because check this out. They built apps on your phone instead of letting people think. Hey man, I heard that song before. I can't remember the name of it. People don't need to think anymore. They just put their phone up to the music and then the phone will tell them who it is. Instant gratification. It made our people today dumb. It is what it is. I'm not digging at any specific group or generation, but it is what it is. I know my generation, if we didn't remember a song, we had to go, hey man, you remember that song that went, ha, ha, ha. And somebody like, yeah, that does sound familiar. And people thought about things. And then they came up with answers themselves. Okay? I'm not veering off topic. This has everything to do with what we're going through. Instant gratification, because we need to know right now. And it's good to have information. because we're able to determine whether or not we want to move forward in this, in this career. So with the instant gratification that is built or instilled into us, if we don't have that information, we tend to get antsy. We go home aggravated. We get home confused, and it's uncomfortable. So Jay is part of this as well, because I need to know, like I said before, if I need to know if I'm going to have to mentally prepare to drive, 45 minutes away, because maybe my car is only good to drive 2 miles back and forth to work. Maybe I need to get a better car, or I need to prepare to get, certain transportation. Another instance is whether or not somebody's been at the same place for, 15, 20 years. And they're like, you know what, I'm almost out the door. This is not worth it for me. So, they can make their decisions. At least they can make informed decisions if they have information at their fingertips. So just for instance, before I click the video for you guys to see, the different facilities, I'll explain it one more time for you. I don't even know what the hell we're gonna, yeah, there it is. So there are some that say like Nashua, New Hampshire, LDNC, local distribution center in Nashua, New Hampshire. It'll give you the zip code behind it, and right down the next thing, it says the gaining facility. It'll say not approved. And then it'll explain the reason why later. It says it disapproved the study. So not too long ago, all the managers of the transportation had to go out into their yards and see. This is what actually happened. They had to go out into the yards and go do a survey of the property. This survey specifically went up to DeJoy. It asked them about the parking spaces. If it would be how many parking spaces do we have? How many parking spaces would be available? If we have, a 200 car parking lot, do they utilize that full 200 car parking lot? Do we have extra spaces for, tractor trailers or trailers? How many trailers do we have on property that are operational? How many that are not operational? How many docks we have? How many operational docks we have? They ask for a specific information that is data that's fed to engineers, and they say, okay, yeah, well, this place has the potential. Then they ask for pictures. So somebody went around snapping pictures of every spot so that they could see whether or not it'd be a place that would be able to, house some of those carrier units that are coming over. That's how they collected their data, and this data was fed to them, and then they start giving it to the engineers, and the engineers start giving the information back, and I just happened to get a list. Thank you for the person that sent me the list. And that was a study. It clearly says disapproved study. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, it went, sorry, my bad. It says disapproved study. That's just one section in it. And this is what the pages look like. So take a minute, scroll through. Well, I'm actually scrolling through it for you. I don't speak, so you ain't got to be distracted. Pause the video, rewind the video a little bit, zoom in, and then look and see. One of them says, it says Minnesota PNDC. That's in Sarasota, Florida. It says the gaining facility would be Fort Myers, PNDC. And it says study ongoing with change in gaining a site. It also tells you destinating, which means destinating mail is going to be coming there. So it breaks everything down. So with that bit of information, you can make a determination if your operation that you specifically work at won't be there. And it also helps the people at the stations whether or not they're going to be receiving mail from the Sarasota plant or the Minnesota plant or the Fort Myers plant. So that's how this data thing works. Now, again, this may be boring to some people, but it's 100% informational to all that work here, because one way or another, it affects us. All right, enough with the mumbling, enough with the preclude intro so that you guys can understand what this means and how this can affect you. Sorry, I gotta explain it, but that's just what it is. And you guys determine whether or not this is information for you guys to use. I'm gonna put some music behind it, let you guys jam for a second, and we out.